And in a flash of brilliance, Lucifer revealed his mind throughout the farthest reaches of heaven. And many were the angels whose sight was awed anew. And they saw, as they had not before, that their several wills were isolate from the divine will. Throughout the gates of hell we passed, and many of us had supposed hell to be a new heaven, wherein Lucifer would become as God. But this was not to be. For the scene before us promised neither ease nor bliss. Everywhere was there imbalance and confusion, for no law ordered the shape of hell. And Lucifer said, "Now see that I am not a god, and that we are each of us an isolate being. Here shall freedom be absolute, for hell itself shall reflect our several wills, never to be patterned apart from them." I was confused for a while, right? I was like, what is he talking about? Several wills. But I had an experience. Quick segue. Doing rituals, right, on certain holidays, it really helps to give your magic like an extra oomph. I did a 3-day ritual from Good Friday into Easter Sunday. And after doing this ritual, right, for these 3 days, on Easter Sunday, I was like, it was in the afternoon, I was meditating. I was like laying on my bed, on my back, meditating. And I don't normally meditate like that, right? But I was just laying on my back meditating. And next thing you know, my fucking body sits up like on its own. And I start to feel this pressure, right? And tingling sensation here, right? My third eye. And as I'm meditating, I start to feel like my body like shaking. And then crossed I crossed into this like gray luminescent space. And in this space, spirit communicated with me. And this was a different type of communication. Like normally, like if I'm communicating with a spirit, I'll like ask a question and a thought will come to my awareness, right? Or I'll see something in my reality, right? On the TV, something might pop up, right? That answers it. I'll scroll on social media. It'll be something like that, you know. But this one was different. In this communication, I could hear the spirit loud and clear as day, loud as if the spirit was a person sitting in the room next to me talking to me. The spirit told me things and gave me instructions. It was practically yelling at me, right? It was like yelling at me. And then the spirit came through again later on that evening with more instructions, right? Because I meditated again later on that evening. And the spirit came through and communicated with me again the same way. And then there was another time I was meditating and this spirit came through again and told me and said, "I guess you figured out by now that I'm your Metet." And Metet translates, it means the master of your head, right? Or the master of your skull, the master of your crown. Right? Because, you know, when you do the 7 chakra meditations, right? When you unlock the crown chakra, right? The mantra translates to, "I am the supreme God." And so you have a spirit which presides over your crown, right? Which some traditions will call you Ori. Some matriarch traditions will call you Ori. But in Vodun, it's called you Metet, which would kind of be like the equivalent to your HGA, your Holy Guardian Angel, or like Holy Guardian Daemon. But yeah, it was fucking nuts. I've also had other experiences in which the same spirit has possessed me. And these experiences where I'm like meditating and this spirit comes through and communicates with me, I don't know how to initiate the communication. It just this part of me just comes through when it pleases. It's like it has a will all on its own. Now there is another part of me that I experience as well while meditating, and this other part of my awareness doesn't communicate with words. It just is irrational and seems more is more primitive, more animalistic. Communicates by, emotions and just like growling and sounds and grunting like I said, like an animal. And I realized all of this is me, but these different parts of me, they're like subatomics. They're like different fucking personalities. Now I know this is gonna sound like out there to a lot of people, right? That's why this occult shit is not for most people. But if you have tapped into your awareness this deep enough to where you've experienced this, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know what your experiences are, or like stitch this joint. And as far as that 3-day ritual, my intuition just told me to do it. It just like came to me intuitively because I did a ritual on Easter Sunday of 2022, and I got powerful results from there. And so as Good Friday was approaching, I was like, hey, wait a minute, you know what? What if I try to do this ritual? And I wound up doing it, and these were the results that I got. But yeah, tap in. Let me know in the comment section if you've had a similar experience. Y'all be easy.